Bienvenidos a Puerto Rico. Welcome to Puerto Rico. Okay, day 4. We got up and got dressed, and we are on our way to go grab some breakfast and to find a good spot to video as we go into port. We're almost to Puerto Rico, and then we get to explore San Juan. Okay, so this morning I went and had an omelet made. You can have your own omelets made with whatever you want in them. And now I'm sitting on the top deck eating my omelet as we pull in to San Juan. It is a very pretty city from the outside so far. So my omelet, if you can see it, I'm by myself right now. My omelet had spinach, ham, bacon, cheese, mushrooms, onions. It has everything in it. I like it all. But you can have it made however you want. And then I just went over and got myself some bacon as well, because who doesn't love bacon for breakfast? Old San Juan is one of the oldest colonial cities in the Americas, with over 500 years of history. Everywhere you turn is going to be cobble streets and pastel-colored buildings and music, and it is going to be so awesome to get off this ship and go exploring the streets of San Juan. Bienvenido a Puerto Rico. Fun fact, I just learned all of these blue cobblestone streets were made from bricks that were brought over on ships, used as ballast, which is kind of like just weights that they put in the ship to keep them steady, back in the 1700s. So you are literally walking on history when you are walking on these blue cobblestone streets. How cool is that? Y'all, I could honestly just wander through these streets forever. Nothing's cookie cutter. All the architecture is so pretty. And oh my goodness, look at all the colors these buildings have. Puerto Rico is definitely not boring. I don't know if it's the Spanish teacher in me or what, but just being able to see in person the things and the places that I teach is just so cool. I hope you enjoy the photos of all these cool buildings. So this restaurant, the Barranchina, claims to be the first place to create the pina colada. So it's just another little tidbit of history tucked into these streets, and it's kind of cool to think even a simple drink has history here in Puerto Rico. This was the entrance, and it has some stores there on this side, and we saw this big long line, and we were like, holy cow, that line to get a pina colada. But we found out that that was if you wanted to eat, and you'll see we were able to go on in, and it's this beautiful courtyard that's open to the sky, and the building is around, and it's just the green. But right there is the bar, and you were able to just walk up there and get one to go. So beautiful place to visit. And of course, we had to stop by Umbrella Street. It's one of the most famous spots in Old San Juan. The umbrellas hanging above make the whole street feel magical. And fun fact, these umbrellas change colors and themes throughout the year depending on the holiday or local celebrations. We walked along Calle Norzagare, which is next to the old city walls. This is on the way headed out to the fort, El Morro. And you see the blue cobblestone streets are still so pretty. And then we see someone dressed as a character for Dia de los Muertos, which is Day of the Dead. Hold on a second, you'll see a picture of me with this character. So fun. But remember, if you do take pictures with people like this, they're working for tips, so give them a tip. And at the end of that street was this Park of the Doves. So there are all kinds of birds there getting fed. This little church we saw in the same area claims to have been the place of a miracle. As you walk around, you can see that there's a bunch of little street vendors selling some food that you can have or some ice cream. So we have been walking around San Juan. It is very hot. Hace mucho calor. Y we tried a piraguas. Piraguas in the United States, we pretty much call it shaved ice, but it's a little thicker maybe, I don't know. But we tried the pina colada, I can't talk. Very good. You definitely need to try one of these if you come to Puerto Rico. And then we visited San Juan National Historic Site, the Castillo San Felipe de Moro. Now, Castillo means castle, but this wasn't really a castle. We translate it to fort in English because it was built to protect Puerto Rico from anything coming in from the ocean. Soldiers used to sit in there and watch the ocean all day long to make sure that they were watching for any enemies coming in. So it's kind of cool to think that that's been there for so long and it is still standing and strong. It's not used as a fort anymore. It is just a tourist attraction now, but it is pretty cool to see it. And there's an outside view. As we were coming back from the fort, the street we took had us walk right past this cathedral. It is San Juan Cathedral. It's supposed to be one of the oldest, if not the oldest church in the Americas. This one has been here since the 1500s. It's amazing how some of these buildings that were built so long ago still stand and look so beautiful. This would be a cool place to worship. Just look at the cathedral's architecture. It is just stunning. The thick stone walls, arched doorways, high ceilings, which are all just a, throwback to Spanish colonial roots, but it is just so beautiful and it has been here for hundreds of years, and it always amazes me that they do this without the modern tools that we have today. According to a website, too, this cathedral is said to house some of the relics from Juan Ponce de Leon, who was a Spanish explorer and conqueror, and also from the Pope John Paul II when he visited in 1984. And one last stop before we went back to the cruise ship, we ran across this Panama hat shop, which was super cool to see these made. We've been walking around San Juan. We're roasting. It is so incredibly hot, and it's time to get something to eat. I'm going to show you some of the food trucks. All right, the first thing I got to try is something called a bacalito. It is codfish with flour fried into a fritter. This is what it looks like.
Oh, that looks good.
So let's try this.
You'll have to get in that line. Get in the line, Trey.
Very crunchy. Kind of reminds me of the Crispies at Long John Silver's when you get those. They kind of have a fish taste, but they're the crunchies or the Crispies, whatever you want to call them. Not bad though. You can probably hear the crunch.
Trey, get in the line down here.
The second thing I'm going to try from that food truck, something called an alcaporria. Alcaporria. From what I hear and have read, there are tons of different kinds. They're stuffed with lots of different things. This one happens to have yuca and green banana, and it's stuffed. I don't even hush puppy stuffed hush puppy. I don't know. Looks like it has meat in it too, though. Very, very good. I definitely would like to try these in different flavors. But the pigeons don't get me. The third thing I got from that food truck to try is something called pionono. That is a fun word. Thought I'd try it. Pionono. And it is a ripe plantain stuffed with beef. This is what it looks like. And it is so hot it's burning my hand. They give me a fork for this one. Steve might have, here, hold this camera. I can't do two things at once. Right there. All right. Tearing it apart. I don't know. All right, Steve, you want to come in here? It has a toothpick in it. Don't know if that was supposed to still be in there or not. Oh, there's several toothpicks in it. I don't know. It must be what's holding it together. All right, back up. Yes. Okay. Very filling. Not bad. Not positive I would order it again. But if you love plantains, this is very good. And I think the meat might be pork. Kind of looks like pork. All right, so that's three things from one food truck. We'll see what else we can try. Public service announcement. Please don't be this lady. She sat next to me and screamed at her phone out loud for at least 10 minutes. Don't be that person. After trying the street food, we had to try a street drink. I don't know if you can see that. This is a pina colada in an actual pineapple, and it is delicioso. So here are the candies that we bought from a little street vendor. I know that these three have coconut in them, and this one was with pineapple, this one was with brown sugar, and this one was with almond. I know this one was something sweet potato. I know he said this one was his favorite. I have no clue what it is, and I have no idea what that one is. So if you happen to be from Puerto Rico and you know what those are, please let me know. On the way back to the ship, there is a sidewalk there right in front of the ship, as you can see, and it is full of vendors. So If by chance you didn't find something while you were walking down all the beautiful streets of Puerto Rico, or you just want a little tchotchke as a souvenir, there are a lot of vendors here with some Puerto Rico type things, some just souvenir junk that people buy. But there are several options, and for us, they didn't seem pushy. I know when we go to the Bahamas, they're always so pushy and try to, push their stuff on you. We did not notice that at all going down this line of vendors. And of course, we had to get the obligatory photos in front of the cruise ship and the I Heart PR. Then it was time to load back up onto the ship. If you've been to Puerto Rico, please share your memories below. What was your favorite part?